Hello friends, welcome to Pro Talent and I'm Nitin Parmar. I welcome you all for this throwback series session number 2 दोस्तों यहाँ पे हम बात करने वाले हैं important judgments दोस्तों this is taken from live law ओके लाइव लॉ ने 2020 के 60 important judgments का आर्टिकल दिया था we are picking from them okay some important ones okay we are not covering all 60 today in this session I'm going to cover you can say some around 10 important judgments okay and then in the next module I will cover 10 more I'm trying to take this from the perspective of the you can say UG CLAT okay CLAT UG के एंगल से मैं इसको लेने की कोशिश कर रहा हूं I'm sure you will really enjoy working with me okay let's start so the first important judgment was Anuradha Bhasin versus Union of India my dear students I'm sure you know this that this PDF will be available to you on protalentdigital.com. At the same time, we have also developed a special course on Throwback 2020 on our ProTalent Digital app as well as on a website called courses.protalentdigital.com. Okay, through that you can very well take this. Okay, so don't worry too much on this, but try and understand what is the entire idea. Anuradha Bhasin versus Union of India केस के अंदर there were three judge bench ठीक है there were three judges Justice N.V. Ramanna, Suryakant and B.R. Gawai they gave a very important judgment saying that you can say continuous lockdown and shutdown of internet is against fundamental right. Article number 19 1A says freedom of speech and expression and there is a freedom of trade and commerce through the medium of internet okay they are fundamental right so someone who wish to do a business through internet okay it is his fundamental right you can't shut down internet who can shut down internet state so it is a balancing act between you can say certain challenging scenario in Jammu Kashmir when on 5th of August 2019 when they removed article number 370 and made Jammu Kashmir as a union territory okay, they realize that there may be a lot of problem the state has realized that there may be a lot of you can say hue and cry and there will be a lot of trouble with respect to maintaining law and order scenario and thereby they implemented section 144 as well as they clubbed or curbed the internet part okay so remember this is very important so by doing this you can say court observed that indefinite suspension of internet is not permissible it amounts to abuse of power yes or no state has a power they can control her on the people but it is abuse of power when they continue doing this court also observed that the power under section 144 of CRPC you can say cannot be used as a tool to prevent legitimate expression of opinion or grievances or exercise of any democratic rights so you can use section 144 state can use section 144 for some legitimate purposes so when there are a lot of hue and cry lot of problem with respect to law and order scenario violence is happening or people are coming out okay in the wake of a pandemic it can be curtailed they are coming out can be curtailed by 144 but when people are legitimately expressing their opinion they are legitimately you can say expressing their grievances they cannot be removed yes or no this is very important so here they have applied the principles of proportionality so what is the principle of proportionality principle of proportionality का मतलब होता है when there is a reasonable restriction to be pointed out by the government on certain fundamental rights ठीक है so it has to be proportional okay so whatever the constraint or restraint put in by the state ठीक है, okay, there has to be a similar kind of challenge which is has to be created, otherwise कोई तरीके से ये चलेगा नहीं. Yes or no? This is how the idea is. However, this judgment did not give a lot of benefit in the hand of Jammu Kashmir people. It was simply a restatement of principle, but there was no tangible benefits. Still, they did not get 4G internet. Okay, coming to number 2, anticipatory bail cannot be limited to a fixed period except in a special and peculiar circumstances. In Sushila Agarwal versus against the state of NCT, this is a judgment came. Now you may ask, sir, what is a bail and what is anticipatory bail? Let me explain. When we say bail, okay, so when there is an accused, एक बंदा है जिसके ऊपर आरोप है, उसने क्राइम किया है, ठीक है, so that person is detained by the police, ठीक है, he demands bail, court provides bail, okay, court gives bail under various circumstances, he gives surety, ठीक है, that means he gives a bond, he pays money, okay, saying that I will comply with the rules provided by the court. So court will give rules that you will come every, you can say, week to the police, you will cooperate in the investigation, you will not fly out of India, you will not leave this area, a lot of such kind of conditions, and there are bails are provided. There is very interesting scenario which is called anticipatory bail, a very important innovation. Remember, my dear friends, there is no specific mention in our CRPC about anticipatory bail. What is anticipatory bail? I know, for example, that let's say, for example, I know there is accusation on me. Okay, someone may accuse on me on a non-bailable offense. I know they are going to do that. I seek the bail in anticipation of such kind of accusation. Yes or no? Because people misuse the power they have, the right they have, okay, of accusing someone. ठीक है, कोई भी बंदा आकर किसी के ऊपर भी आरोप लगा सकता है, ठीक है, so there is anticipatory bail. Do you understand this? Very good. So they said the anticipatory bail cannot be limited to a fixed period. So when someone is asking anticipatory bail, okay, many times what happens, let's say a kind of event occurred on a particular time, okay, the investigation is still going on, the person applied for anticipatory bail, and then trial begins, okay, on a particular date trial begins, okay, so the police says trial has started, so your anticipatory bail goes down, okay, this is what the police says. So police believes that it is a fixed period, anticipatory bail comes for a fixed period. Supreme Court gave a very important judgment that we can say anticipatory bail cannot be limited to a fixed period even after a trial continues, ठीक है, the bail continues, ठीक है, till the accusation is not proved. Okay, I hope it is clear. 5 judge bench बैठे थे इसके लिए. It is so important. It's a constitution bench. Okay, 5 judge बैठे हैं, उसका मतलब है it is a constitution bench. The constitution bench also discussed in the judgment the impact of recovery under section 27 of Indian Evidence Act on the bail granted. So what should be the recovery? That is, what is the kind of, you can say, benefit we are deriving out of this. दोस्तों इसके पहले एक फेमस केस हुआ था विच इज कॉल्ड श्री गुरु बख्श सिंह सिबिया वर्सेस स्टेट ऑफ पंजाब. उसके अंदर गवर्नमेंट ने, यू कैन से, सॉरी, कोर्ट ने कुछ रूल्स लेट डाउन करे थे फॉर एंटीसिपेटरी बेल. I repeat one more time, anticipatory bail is not, you can say, mentioned in CRPC, okay, but it is a practice, okay, number one, that is according to CRPC, and it is very important right. As per Supreme Court, bail is a norm, jail is an exception. So this is very crucial. Coming to number 3, Supreme Court directs political parties to publish criminal antecedents of their candidates in Lok Sabha and Assembly polls in a very famous case called Ram Babu Singh Thakur versus Sunil Arora. Sunil Arora was the chief election commissioner. So दोस्तों, हमारे इंडिया में जो पॉलिटिक्स चलता है और जिसके द्वारा लोकसभा, राज्यसभा, विधानसभा में जो लोग इलेक्ट होकर आते हैं, ठीक है, सो देयर इज अलार्मिंग राइज ऑफ क्रिमिनलाइजेशन इन द पॉलिटिक्स. सुप्रीम कोर्ट noted this idea. In last so many years, Supreme Court have been giving this kind of judgment. Now this is very crucial, ठीक है, that Supreme Court directed political parties to publish criminal antecedent. Antecedent मतलब उनके past record, ठीक है, they have to publish in the newspaper, ठीक है, within the 2 weeks of their nomination. If they are nominated, ठीक है, for Lok Sabha, or you can say filing the application कि भाई I would like to sit for this particular election, ठीक है, then they must mention this. Okay, it must be published in local newspaper and it is to be updated in the official websites, okay, and on the social media handles of the parties. So political parties must put this on their, you can say, website, okay, on their social media handles and must publish in the local newspaper, ठीक है. Now we'll have to wait and watch कि ये किस तरीके का दुनिया डेवलप होगा, ठीक है, but remember this, ठीक है, information has to be provided in the nature of crime and stage of trial. उनके ऊपर एलिगेशन है, एलिगेशन के बाद ट्रायल कौन से स्टेज तक पहुंचा है वो भी आपको बताना है. So this is a very important judgment. Remember this, okay? Coming to number 4, permanent commission for women in Navy and Army. This is very crucial. Remember 2 cases, Secretary of Defense, Union of India versus Babita Punia, and Union of India versus Lieutenant, you can say, Cadre N.E. Nagaraja, ठीक है. So Babita Punia के केस में उन्होंने आर्मी में परमानेंट कमीशन बोला, while in N.E. Nagaraja के केस में नेवी में इन्होंने परमानेंट बोला. सो दोस्तों ये देखिए, द सेक्रेटरी मिनिस्ट्री ऑफ डिफेंस वर्सेस बबीता पुनिया के केस में इन्होंने क्लियर कट बोल के रखा था दैट आर्मी के अंदर इन अ परमानेंट कमीशन women will be allowed. In a permanent commission, women were allowed only for a limited purpose, only for the 3 services. Okay, one was education, other was for the you can say justice, ठीक है, and third one was for the communication. तो उसके लिए women को रखा था. Now they are allowed in all the areas. Yes or no? This is very important. Okay, ठीक है, इसी वजह से women are now put into that sadhana pass. Yes or no? In Jammu Kashmir, in a sadhana pass, Jammu Kashmir, women have been deployed so that the women couriers are coming from the enemy countries can be checked. Yes or no? This is very important. Okay, so this is a permanent commission being provided. Remember, women were not, when they are not provided assignment in the permanent commission, it is against article number 14, which is part of Indian Constitution, which talks about equality before law. Okay, equality before law. Women are not treated equally in this scenario. In fact, the patriarchal mindset of Army, Navy, and Air Force have been telling to the court that look, the conditions outside, you can say, they are very challenging. We can't allow women psychologically and physically handle that stress. Okay? So they were terming women as psychologically and physically very weak. Okay, but however, Supreme Court did not understand that. Supreme Court said गलत बात है, आप जो बोल रहे हो गलत है, ठीक है. This is very important. Okay, coming to number 5, Nirbhaya case. Supreme Court dismissed final plea of convict to stay execution after post midnight hearing. We all know that, you can say, in India we provide pardoning power, ठीक है, for limited cases. So for example, let's say there is rarest of rare crime and we are giving capital punishment. Those people who are convicted, they can go to the president. Okay, they are seeking mercy from the president, that president साहब हमें माफी दीजिए. Yes or no? This is what they demand, and then the president has a right to say yes or no. Obviously, president works under the aid and advice of prime minister and, you can say, council of minister. Okay, now in this case, this four people, you can say, demanded petition from president. President rejected it. When president rejected it, they filed a petition in Supreme Court asking to review that. When president is rejecting our plea, we believe that it is in the prejudice. They have given judgment against us, and therefore we want Supreme Court to judicially review this petition. Judicial review of this petition was done in the Supreme Court. Supreme Court in the night 2:45 a.m. they said, R. Bhanumati, Ashok Bhushan and A.S. Bopanna, they sat and they decided by 3:30 a.m. saying that the scope of judicial review over president's exercise of clemency power is very narrow. We can't apply in all circumstances. Okay, president has a clemency power. Okay, he works under the aid and advice of prime minister. That's an executive power. Okay, while we have power to judicially review any legislature as well as executive order, but in this clemency power we have a limited power. So whatever the president has provided, that is right. So this judgment they gave at 3:30 a.m. and then 5:30 a.m. in Tihar jail on 20th March they were hanged. Okay, okay. So remember this. Coming to number 6, Supreme Court quashes RBI's ban on banking services to cryptocurrency dealer. RBI in a one of the previous order in a circular, they prevented, you can say, they prevented the various entities, they prevented their entities, that is banks, their regulated entities, banks and NBFCs, to deal with, you can say, or to provide banking services to those organizations where they are dealing with, you can say, virtual currencies. So a company which is working in virtual currency, okay, RBI told their banks not to deal with this company, do not provide any banking services to them. So so Supreme Court said this is not done. A very famous case called Internet and Mobile Association of India versus RBI के केस में Supreme Court lifted this curb. Okay, they lifted this curb. Okay, so they said when the consistent stand of RBI is that they have not banned virtual currency. When RBI says we have not banned virtual currency, and when the government of India is unable to take a call despite various committees coming up with several proposals, including two draft bills, both of which advocated exactly opposite position, it is not possible for us to hold that the impugned measure is proportionate on the ground of proportionality. That means whatever we can say, this we can say circular tries to achieve, what benefits we are trying to gain out of this, उन दोनों को balance करना है. Are they able to balance it? No. Okay, this is what the Supreme Court told. I'm sure you are very clear about it. I repeat one more time. So what was the case? RBI gave a circular to their banks or to their regulated entities saying that you will not deal in your banking services with the organizations which are working with virtual currency. Supreme Court said that there is no clear stand that virtual currencies are banned or not. Even government is unable to bring clear law. There are two draftable bills which are opposite to this stand, and therefore the circular banning, you can say, giving, you can say, banking services to virtual currency entities is not acceptable. It is not holding the proportionality, you can say, ground. I think this is pretty clear. Very good. I'm happy that you are able to understand this. You are very intelligent people. Yes or no? Coming to number 7, Article 370, which is about minority rights. Okay, I'm sure you know minority rights. What are the minority rights? The minority. So we have a religious and linguistic minority. Religious minority, that is, you can say, apart from Hindu, all religions like Islam, Christianity, Sikh, Jain, Buddhist and Parsis, the 6 religions are basically minority institutions. Yes or no? There are linguistic minorities. Okay, so some Hindi speaking people maybe they are developing their education institute in Tamil Nadu. Maybe you can say minority institution there. Yes or no? Now there is a fundamental right available to this minority institution to administer their educational institution. That means in what manner they will, you can say, employ people, to whom they will give, you can say, admission. All those rights are available to this, you can say, minority educational institution. But you can say in this case Supreme Court gave a very important judgment. Okay, the challenge was some you can say minority institutions, they demanded, they said the NEET is not valid. You can say because we are a minority institution, we have all the rights to manage our own institutions. That's our fundamental right. You can't impose this need for our minority institutions where we are providing medical education. Supreme Court said that okay, this is, you can say, article number 30 is giving you fundamental right, but it is not absolute right. There is a reasonable restrictions on executing that right. Why reasonable restrictions? Because we want to balance at one go. We can say we want to protect minorities, at the other go we want to protect a particular level of education. Yes or no? So in medical we want to ensure particular standards, particular quality, particular excellence we want to attain. To attain that we must need NEET. Okay, while if a minority tells us that we have a right to, you can say, employ anyone, we have a right to admit anyone, now that is not acceptable. This is not an absolute right. Okay, you are not free to do anything and everything. You are regulated, and that regulation is a reasonable restriction. I hope it is clear to you. Very good. Coming to number 8, citizens must have a standing, you can say, must have some standing or having some knowledge before questioning capability and integrity of a judge. So when, we can say, any common man comes out on the road and say कि वो judge देखो बुरे हैं, वो judgment सही नहीं देते हैं, so that is against the judicial system. Why? Because it is hamper, it will hamper, you can say, entire, you can say, judicial process. So दोस्तों, it is like someone who is a mall ninja, ठीक है, someone who is a mall ninja, ठीक है, who just have a limited knowledge and believes कि मेरे पास पूरा knowledge है, and he comes out and questions the integrity of a judge, then that is against the judicial system. ओके, सो सुप्रीम कोर्ट ने बहुत अच्छी तरीके से इस बात को बोला कि भाई समवन हु वांट टू क्वेश्चन अस, you are free to question us, we don't mind. Okay, we don't mind, but you must have some standing, or you must have a knowledge about it. Yes or no? If you don't have a knowledge and you randomly speak against us, it is scandalous against you, Supreme Court, and thereby we will, you can say, go against you through contempt of court. आप कोर्ट की अवमानना करते हो, हम ऐसा मानेंगे? Yes or no? This is very important दोस्तों. ये 3 लोगों के ऊपर उन्होंने बोला, विजय कुर्ले, रशीद खान पठान एंड नीलेश ओझा, इनके ऊपर गिल्टी ऑफ कंटेम्प्ट, इनसे प्रूव किया गया. तब सुप्रीम कोर्ट ने इस बात को ऑब्जर्व किया दैट सिटीजन मस्ट हैव सम स्टैंडिंग or a knowledge before questioning the capability or integrity of a judge in the highest court. आपके पास कुछ तो कैपेबिलिटी होनी चाहिए ना, आप हवा में थोड़ी बोलोगे. ठीक है, दिस इज फेयर, आई बिलीव दिस इज फेयर. नहीं तो कोई भी बंदा आकर कुछ भी बोल के जाता है. कमिंग टू सबरीमाला, you can say references. Supreme Court gives reason for holding that questions of law can be referred to a larger bench in the review. So I'm sure you know Sabrimala case. You already know that women were not allowed. Supreme Court gave a judgment that women of a particular age group will be allowed, and later on they said ki ruko, we need to discuss about this in detail. We are going to develop 7 questions, and this entire case has been referred to 9 judge bench. So the question arose that on what ground you are putting this on a 9 judge bench? Do you have a power to do that? Supreme Court said that yes, you can say we can refer, because this is referring to a larger question of law, and thereby this is a review we are going to take to a larger bench. Okay, what are the reasons they provided? So they said limitations, you can say, in the order of Supreme Court rules are not applicable to orders and judgment in the writ petition. So there are limitations on the order. Okay, once an order is decided, ठीक है, it is decided, आप लिमिटेशन, हम नहीं तो क्या होगा, लोग you can say पिटिशन के ऊपर पिटिशन, रिव्यू के ऊपर रिव्यू करते जाएंगे, बट इन अ रीट पिटिशन नो लिमिटेशन विल बी अप्लाइड. ओके, ठीक है. सो हियर दे सेड वी कैन पुट अ रेफरेंस टू अ पेंडिंग पिटिशन. ठीक है. So this is a review pending petition and we can do this. Okay, article 142 also justifies such kind of references. So they have given such kind of record, okay, such kind of reasons for, you can say, reviewing this entire part. I hope it is clear to you. And number 10, India's freedom will rest safe as long as journalists can speak to power without being chilled by a threat of a reprisal. So let's say I'm a journalist. I'm standing in front of, let's say, state. Okay, I'm standing in front of, you can say, a PM, and I am, you can say, questioning something, or I'm saying something. Do I have a power to speak? I have full power. दोस्तों बहुत बार हम डरते हैं, ठीक है, हमारे हमसे बड़े लोगों के सामने कुछ बोलने से, ठीक है. क्यों? बिकॉज देर इज दिस इफेक्ट, है ना. पापा के सामने हम कुछ बोलने से डरते हैं क्योंकि पापा बाद में बहुत मारेंगे. Yes or no? This is called chilled. Okay, so Supreme Court in a Arnab Goswami's case said this कि भैया, in the pursuit of, you can say, remedies traversing multiple states and jurisdiction when faced with successive FIR, the complaints bearing the same foundation, एक ही कंप्लेंट के ऊपर बहुत सारे अलग अलग स्टेट्स में, अलग अलग ज्यूरिसडिक्शन में अलग अलग एफआईआर फाइल करी गई है, तो उसके सामने, है ना, उसके सामने रेमेडी लेने के लिए अगर कोई बंदा अपना फ्रीडम यूज करता है, सो दैट इज रियली पॉसिबल. अगर ऐसा नहीं करेंगे तो इट विल गिव अ चिलिंग इफेक्ट. यू अंडरस्टैंड द चिलिंग इफेक्ट? Yes or no? ठीक है, very good. So Justice D.Y. Chandrachud and M.R. Shah said that the decisions are provided in favor of right of a journalist under Article 19(1)(a), saying that there is a freedom of speech and expression. Arnab Goswami will be given freedom of speech and expression. He will get bail. Okay, he has a freedom to speak. Okay, however, we will not allow quashing of FIR. He also demanded quashing of FIR. FIRs were not quashed, but freedom will be there in the hands of, you can say, this Arnab Goswami. I hope it is clear to you. Very good, दोस्तों. ये 10 जजमेंट के द्वारा we can say repeated the entire idea of this 2020. Okay, I hope it is clear to you. I'm going to bring one more session on the judgment. It will give you more clarity to you. Okay, thank you and all the best.